What is up, Starseeds? It's Sid, and as you can tell by the title of this video, we are going to be talking about the first trimester of pregnancy. So if you're wondering, I am no longer pregnant. I know I kind of look like I am. I'm coming to you from my bed as well, but no, I'm through the whole pregnancy. I wanted to wait until I experienced the whole thing before I filmed videos on each trimester. So I have a little boy here with me, and he seems pretty content right now, so I think we can get through this. So here we go. Okay, so this is good if you're pregnant during COVID too, because we're gonna kind of talk about this throughout this video and the next two videos. Next week I'm gonna talk about my second trimester, and then the week after that, the third trimester. So the coronavirus pandemic was going on throughout my whole pregnancy, throughout my labor and delivery, still going on now with a newborn and all that. So it's a very interesting time to be pregnant if you are pregnant watching this. I got pregnant like right before the outbreak kind of happened in the US. I got pregnant on February 22nd, and I found out on March 16th. So by the time I found out, chaos was kind of, happening everywhere. But anyways, we're gonna get into this, and yeah. So before you can take a test, some symptoms that you might have obviously are like PMS symptoms. The one that I really had was appetite change. So I eat a lot when I'm PMSing, but it was like the speed at which I was eating all of this food was just like not me at all. I remember Zach and I went to Culver's, and we had just gotten our food, or actually I think he was in the bathroom when the food came, so he literally left just to go pee for like a minute and a half tops. And while he was gone, the food came, and I ate my whole burger, and I was just snacking on some fries and my shake when he got back. And he was like, "What'd you do with it?" I was like, "What? What do you mean?" He's like, "Your burger, did you hide it?" I'm like, "What? No, I didn't hide it. I'm not saving it for later. I ate it. What do you mean?" And it didn't even seem weird to me in the moment, but now looking back, I'm like, wow, that had to have only been 60 seconds. Like, how did I eat that? But it happened. That was really the only physical symptoms I had, if you will. But on the more spiritual side, because if you're new to my channel, I'm super spiritual, all about spirituality and intuition and all of this. So some like intuitive symptoms you can have is just like feeling like you totally want to look at baby stuff, and just like you would be open to having a baby even if you weren't before, if you were like totally content without one, and now you're just randomly like, ooh, like let's look at baby stuff, or just like thinking about specific names, just like out of the blue. And it'd be called like baby fever. He makes the cutest noises, you guys. And also just like feeling like you need to make dramatic changes in your life to better yourself. This is just like that mom instinct, like, ooh, I gotta get my shit together before I have a baby. Before you even know, because it can take you 9 months, 10 months to get what you want, like work on yourself done before you get into all that. This is not really nesting, this is just like emotional nesting, if you will, I guess. And yeah, that's really all the symptoms I had before I got to take a test. Some girls say that like their breasts are tender. I really had no changes in my boobs throughout the whole pregnancy besides leaking in like the third trimester, which we'll talk about in the third trimester video. But anyways, like my boobs did not even grow until I gave birth. It was like the second he came out, my body, just like my stomach, flattened back out somehow magically, and my boobs just got super huge somehow. But anyways, I will also do a video on labor and delivery, but that is going to be in the future, okay? We're gonna do these 3 trimester videos, and then we're gonna do 3 videos on like totally different cool scientific subjects, and kind of spiritual too, because science and spirituality, you know, they correspond. And then we're gonna do my 100th episode, my Q&A. So if you guys have questions, please leave them down in the comments. But getting back to the video, those were the symptoms before you can take a test. Now, after you take a test, okay, first trimester, nausea is, oh my god. Like, I had morning sickness pretty much every day in the first trimester, starting with like week 5, okay? So 12 days after I found out, I started throwing up like every single morning, and it really was morning sickness for me. Some girls say that like morning sickness lasts all day. Like, yes, the nausea lasts all day, but I only threw up in like the afternoon like 3 times in my whole pregnancy. And I think one of those was in the first trimester, like after I ate spaghetti or something, which I still love spaghetti, but I don't think I ate it again while I was pregnant, at least in the first trimester. I definitely did in the second and third, but it took me a couple weeks to eat spaghetti again after that, because I ate it, and then right after I was just like, and I just like threw up in the sink, like right in front of me. Like, I had thrown up everywhere in that trailer. Like, we moved out of there in the second trimester, but I threw up in that bathroom, like that toilet, that sink, that toilet, kitchen sink, that garbage can, this garbage can, that garbage can, that like bowl, like 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 have fun making brownies in that. I threw up everywhere, you guys. I never threw up on the floor though. I always made it to something. But oh my god, every single morning, it's like I would wake up. I got into this routine where if I woke up in the middle of the night, I would have a popsicle, because popsicles are the only thing that can save you from this, okay? People say crackers, like saltines. I didn't really like saltines. Graham crackers. Graham crackers were my friend, but let me tell you, popsicles were like the lifesaver, pretty much. Like, if you're like vegan or something, or you have like a special diet, make your own popsicles, girlfriend. But if not, if you're like, I don't have time for this, I don't care what, you know, what's in these popsicles, go to the store, get the ones in like the red like net bags, and there's a deal. They're like 2 for like, I don't know, 2 for $6 maybe. I don't know, maybe it's cheaper than that. I don't know, but they're so good, you know. It's just like randomly assorted, all these colors. So good. My favorite is like the whitest looking one. It's not white, but you know what I mean. It's the lightest color. It's like coconut and pineapple or something. So good, but I love them all. Anyways, if I woke up in the middle of the night, I would have one of those popsicles, and then I would have less of a chance of waking up to throwing up. But yeah, pretty much every morning I would wake up, go to the bathroom as quick as I could, and just throw up in the toilet once, and then maybe twice, maybe 3 times. There's like, I think most mornings I threw up twice, but there was definitely those mornings that I threw up like 4 times, and I just like could not get a grip of my nausea. It was really bad. It wasn't every single day in the first trimester. It got better, like it got better in like the 11th and 12th week a little bit. Like, instead of like 6 out of 7 days, it was like 5 out of 7, and then 4 out of 7. But it wasn't until week 13, like the second trimester, that it really got better. But yeah, and after, this is in the second trimester, but I want to say anyways, because I'm talking about nausea. After week 14, I only threw up twice. So yeah, it really was just in the first trimester. But the first week of the second trimester, I was like, what the hell? I thought this was supposed to stop. Don't worry. It will, I hope. Also, what happened after I found out I was pregnant for sure, extreme thirst, okay? So this kicked in the day after I threw up for the first time. Like, the extreme nausea kicked in pretty much like the beginning of week 5, and then the next day I literally just woke up one morning and was like, oh my god, I need water. And then like water kind of got old. Like, I'm a person who just drinks water, but put a little Crystal Light, like, they have a bunch of different flavors, mango, lemonade, blackberry, like there's all these different flavors. You can mix the flavors together. I wouldn't do like half and half. I would do like 75-25 if you're mixing Crystal Light flavors. Anyways, that's just like if you get sick of water, then, you know, I'm a water person, but you gotta do what you gotta do, okay? And, yeah, extreme thirst happens for a reason. It's because you have to stay very hydrated while you're pregnant. So yeah, there's the science behind that. And also, I spotted the same day that the extreme thirst kicked in. It was just one day, just a little bit. You can spot more than that, and if you have concerns, then talk to your doctor. I am not going to be talking about like going to the doctor and stuff in this video, and during COVID especially, like, I've never been pregnant before this pregnancy. This was like my first pregnancy, first baby. So I don't know what it's like to be pregnant not during COVID. But if you're interested in the doctor appointment aspect of pregnancy, then watch my second trimester video that I'm going to upload next week, because I did not go to the doctor in the first trimester. I did lots of research, and I talked to a midwife, and for some reason she told me, like, to not get an ultrasound until I was past, like, I think she said like 16 weeks or something, like really out there like that. So I didn't go until I was 13 weeks. So yeah, that's why I'll talk about the doctor in the next video. Anyways, yeah, and this isn't really any symptoms anymore. I kind of went through all that, like emotional, physical, on the spiritual side of things. I'm sure you just like have this gut feeling, or maybe you're just like denying this gut feeling, like I definitely did. Like, I knew the instant I got pregnant, but then I just denied it and did not think about it really until I took a test, and then I took, 3. So yeah, but on the side of things as to what you should be doing, like, get prenatals, take those every single day, make sure you're eating right, don't scoop kitty litter if you got kitties. You can get a pregnancy pillow if you want. I got one because it was just really weird and uncomfortable trying to sleep, because I'm a person who sleeps on my back a lot. Like, I flip from my side to my back to my other side, but I just, like, I knew you weren't supposed to sleep on your back that much. Honestly, in the first trimester, it's really, like, it's pretty much okay, but if you feel like it's okay, do it. If you feel like you should flip. I would just listen to your instincts on that. But, yeah, so I got a pregnancy pillow because I found it just kind of uncomfortable, like, flipping from this side to this side, and this was only in the first trimester, guys. This just gets so much worse as you go on, which we'll talk about in other videos, but I only used that pregnancy pillow for like a week, I think. It just took up so much room in the bed, and I just, like, I noticed that in the middle of the night I, like, wasn't even using it. I was just, like, kind of laying next to it and not, like, putting my legs on it. So yeah, get your prenatals, get some aluminum free deodorant, okay? I still use this because I got, I guess, more than I really needed to, but I'm breastfeeding, so I'm just gonna keep using the aluminum free until I run out of it. I'm hoping to make my own deodorant in the future, but I don't got time for that now. 10-year goal, okay. Yeah, I kayaked. I don't know how many miles I kayaked in the first trimester, but Zach and I went on this kayaking adventure, and I was pretty nervous, because I'd never kayaked, like, on a river where, like, the water moves, and then we had to kayak against the current during part of it, and oh my god, I was so tired, and we had to get to our destination before this park closed, which of course he didn't tell me until we were on the water, like, halfway there. So I'm just thinking, like, oh my god, like, we need to call the park rangers, we need to tell them to keep the park open, like, I'm pregnant, I cannot be stranded out here overnight, like, it is cold, we are going to freeze, like, we don't have enough food, I don't have any popsicles, just all these thoughts are going through my head, right? But luckily we make it to the park 10 minutes before it closes. Didn't have to notify the park rangers. So close, you guys, so close. We only made it because I made him pull my kayak. Anyways, I kayaked most of that time, and it was like, I don't know if it was like 5 miles or 8 miles or what, but it might have been 10 miles, you guys. I don't remember. I don't know how many miles is logical to kayak. Like, I know I couldn't have walked 5 miles. I mean, I guess I could have, but oh my god, no. Not pregnant, you guys. I'm not that fit. Anyways, so things you should be doing while you're pregnant. I already said some of them, but like making sure you're working out a little bit, like kayak a little bit if you want, or if you don't feel comfortable kayaking, then do not kayak. It's all up to you guys. Just walking around the house as much as you can. Like, obviously we shouldn't really be going out. I stayed inside. Besides like walks outside and camping trips that I took in the second trimester, like I stayed inside pretty much the whole pregnancy, which was kind of sad. Like I'm an outside person, but it's just about like being comfortable and also like not really being around people. It's okay to, like, even if you're an extrovert, which I'm really not. I'm more of an introvert. I don't really know what I am. I don't really care. I'm just Sid. But yeah. Anyways, like, it's okay to take this time, even if you're an extrovert, to like research, because even if you took every single child development class that they offered in high school, you forget. Okay. I feel like I graduated so many years ago, but it was literally only like 2 years ago. But anyways, I forgot all this stuff that I learned in school, so I did so much researching. That's why I talked to a midwife, and I did end up, going to the doctor and having a hospital birth and all that, because I listened to my intuition, listened to my baby, and that's what he said. He said, like, I'll be the hospital baby. I'll be the baby you go to the doctor for. I'll be the baby that, has a TV in the house once he's born, and that's okay. 10-year goals, guys. 10-year goals. The future can be different, but what's happening now, like, your child's okay with the situation you're in now. Like, they're meant to come now, so that's why it happened. Anyways, start thinking of like how you want to tell people you're pregnant. We told some of Zach's family, but I did not tell my family for a while. Start thinking if you want to start a baby registry now, or if you want to wait until like the second trimester. I know some people, especially if like you've had miscarriages in the past, you like don't really want to talk about it until you're past 12 weeks. I have not had a miscarriage, but I was kind of on that boat of like, no one needs to know until I'm 12 weeks. I don't need to do anything until then, really. But I think I did start a registry in the first trimester. I think near the end of it, I was like, I should probably do this. I should probably do all the research I can, because 9 months is going to fly by, which, oh my god, it does. Yeah, that's pretty much all the notes I have, you guys. There wasn't much about COVID on this, and you know why? It's because, like, yeah, it's to the world, it's a big deal. But, individually, it does not have to be a big deal, and I feel like if you're not focused on it, then nothing bad due to it is going to happen to you. It's about being in a positive mindset. Like, you are pregnant, you are carrying a baby, probably, if you're watching this. Or, just think about this when you are pregnant, you guys. This is such an important time, not only for you, but especially for this baby. And I'm going to do a video in the future, kind of like an emotional astrology video, because how your pregnancy goes, all the emotions you feel, your baby feels, and then once they're born in life, that reflection of your pregnancy is how they are going to create things. So it's important to be just in this positive mindset the whole time, doing as much as you can to have this just go smoothly and how you want it to. And it's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be amazing. So cherish this time, you guys, and I will catch you next week talking about the second trimester. So I hope you enjoyed. Comment Any comments you want to comment, questions for my Q&A in a couple weeks. Yeah. Love and light, you guys, and the hybrid children are coming soon.